Valley Baptist Church is 33 years old today. So this is a day of celebration. We celebrate what God has done in the past, and we look forward to what God will do in the future through the ministry of this great church. I'm standing today on our Olive Drive campus. For the last 4 years, this has been one of the major focuses of our church, the purchase of this campus, the renovation of the buildings, and the establishment of the ministry. Well, I can tell you today, the ministry is thriving. Every Sunday morning, there are 2 worship services here. This campus is covered with boys and girls and the sound of laughter as they're going to their Sunday school classes. Just to illustrate what God is doing, this fall, just a few weeks ago actually, there was a barbecue after church, and there were 99 families that registered their attendance of being the very first time on one of Valley's campuses. So God is at work, and God is using our gifts, and God is using the resources that we have invested here for the furtherance of the gospel. This past year has been a wonderful year of ministry for Valley Baptist Church. One of the most amazing things that's ever happened in our church has to do with missions. A few years ago, we were challenged to adopt an unengaged people group. Now, unengaged people group means a people group or a tribe who have never heard the gospel. There's no church among them. There is no known Christian. There is no one trying to declare the gospel to them. The group that we engage with is called the Mixteco in the mountains of southern Mexico. Well, we've invested a lot of resources, a lot of time, but this past year, we baptized our first converts among the Mixteco. It's really amazing when you think about it. A people group or a tribe who have never heard the gospel. Never has there been a Christian among them. And yet God has used our church to bring the gospel to them. And soon, I believe there will be a church established among the Mixteco. A large percentage of the population of our city is Hispanic. So a few years ago, we started what we call our East Side Ministry Center. And then later, we started El Valle, a worship service in Spanish here on the Fruitville campus. Starting in January, we're going to combine these 2 ministries under the leadership of David Quiroa. Already the ministries are growing. Somewhere over 250 people are worshiping each Sunday with Valley in the Spanish language. We're really excited about the number of people that are coming to Christ and being baptized. And so this is part of our outreach for this coming year, is reaching people with the gospel where they live. One of the biggest changes in the ministry of Valley in the last 10 years has been the establishment and the development of our media ministry. I mean, think about it. The technology that we use in our worship services today is vastly different than it was 10 years ago. And we also have a social media presence, not to mention our broadcast ministry. In fact, the media ministry has become so large within our church that we're shifting some responsibilities. We've developed a new ministry division that we're calling Communications. It's led by Jake and Allison Heath. Right now, they're working on launching a new website for our church. It's going to be focused on the guest. It's going to be possible for a person to go to our website and find out all about Valley Baptist Church before they even set foot on our campus. And then sometime in the future, it's going to take some time, but we're going to launch a church app for Valley. It's going to be a new way of communicating with the people of our church so that they can find out about events that they're interested in and ministries that they're specifically interested in. And then we're also going to increase our presence on social media on all the different platforms. We're going to push the gospel to where people live and to where people spend their time on social media. Remember, it's all about the gospel. You may not be aware of this, but Valley has baptized over 8,000 people throughout our history. That's amazing, 8,000 people coming to Christ. Now, they're not all still in our church. They're scattered across the country and literally around the world, but their spiritual life began here. In the last 4 months, we've baptized over 100 people. Now, each one of those people that come to Christ, they have a unique story. One of the ministries of our communication team is to tell those stories of personal transformation, the generational effect upon families of the gospel. But you know, the greatest story of all is the story of Jesus. And so I hope that you enjoy this season as we celebrate the advent of our Lord at Christmas. May God bless you, and may God bless Valley Baptist Church.